Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing, is the perfect setting to host the inaugural round of the NASCAR 1-Up Retro Cup Series. I'm Griff McDermott alongside defending Team Duke Truck Series champion Duke Ansack, and today is a very big day for all 27 of our cars, as each looks to take a significant advantage in the upcoming rounds of the season to come.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this race. It's going to be a good one.
Now, with the draft playing such a key factor and speeds reaching 205 miles per hour, who has the right help at the end of the race will be a big factor at determining the race winner today.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the guys that are able to work with each other the best are going to be the guys that win this one for sure.
And barring a yellow flag, fuel may play a factor as well. Unpredictability is the name of the game at Daytona for sure, as we have seen many a time in the past.
Yeah, and if they do have to make a pit stop, I'm going to be looking at the entry of pit road, getting down from 200 mile an hour to the pit road speed, which is so slow in comparison. That's could be catastrophic for some drivers.
And with qualifying determined earlier, let's have a look at the starting grid. It's an all-female front row for our inaugural race, with Alexa Lutchen on pole position and Brianna Blair alongside her. Row 2 forms with Nick Ortiz on the inside and F4 Ace on the outside in position number 4. Caden Atkins is in 5th place with Chris Maley alongside as Dodges sweep row 3. Behind them we have Miles Mashburn and Mike Honcho in the 72 and 09 cars respectively. And Stephen Gale put the Flex Seal Dodge in 9th position, and he has the iconic number 3 for company alongside him. Back for the rest of the grid we have Henry Thomas and Paul McKinney 11th and 12th. OXNC and Bobo Jones in the number 13 car, 13th and 14th. Ryan Caggiano, the Australian native, 15th position, and Jack Porkins in the Best Buy Ford alongside him. Back for the rest of the grid, we have rivals Jeffrey Finguy and Josh Drake on the 17th and 18th positions. That will be a battle to keep an eye on as the race continues. Mattiello and Herman, 19th and 20th. Farrell and King, 21st and 22nd. The 8 of Christian and the 28 of Hutchinson make up the 23rd and 24th spots. John Martin and Kevin Carter make up 25 and 26. And rounding out the grid is the story of the 75 team. They lost their primary sponsor moments before the cars arrived at Daytona today, and they've lost a lot of speed they had shown previously in testing. So they're going to have their work cut out for them today as they try and make their way through the field from the final row. And with this, as the field comes off corner number 4, the pace car pulls off the pit lane. Lutchen and Blair lead the field down to the green flag for the start of the Daytona 500. And we're green. Lutchen gets a good start off the line, but there's that 91 car of Ortiz making a move down to the bottom right out of the gates. No one willing to give an inch from the front of the flag as they go in the wood.
Yeah, they're still side by side coming through the corner. The draft is going to be a huge factor today. As you can already tell, these cars lining up in packs. Whichever side or line is more organized, they're going to get the run.
Lutchen moves up to the outside lane. Ortiz follows her, but now he makes a move back down to the bottom lane with help from Caden Atkins in the 2. Ortiz to the lead in the 91.
Yeah, she could have done a better job blocking there, but it's obviously really early. We're on lap 1. No sense in trying to tear up your race car quite yet.
And there's 3 wide behind them with Blair, Ace, and Gale for 5th position, but it's Nick Ortiz in the 91 Camry who will lead the first lap from Mashburn and Lutchen.
Yeah, that's F4 Ace back there trying to start a middle line, but it looks like it's going to get somebody hung out to dry.
There's the 69 of Blair on the high line as the entire outside lane goes down with the 24.
Look at that. Oh, that's good. They were able to slide right back into the top lane. They're not going to get sucked all the way back.
But it's Ortiz by himself right now, unless the 72 of Mashburn can get a run down there.
He doesn't have the room. That 52 is making a move on the bottom.
And there he goes for second place.
He's got the help from behind.
Dodge Chevrolet 123, and here comes Thomas on the inside in the 1 car making a move as well.
They're trying for 3 wide again with F4 Ace, that 44 Dodge.
This time it's Ace on the high line with Chris Maley in the middle. And Maley makes an incredible dive to the bottom to fill it again.
Looked like Ace touched the wall, but I think that everything is going to be okay.
Side aerodynamics not as important here as that front bumper, how it lines up with the car in front.
Yeah, we've got a 3-car breakaway a little bit, single file up front.
That could change as we all know. Turn 3 is the place for where all the passes have happened so far. And here comes
there it is. There's the one.
Thomas with help from Mashburn and Ox on the inside lane. But no one's had
91 is holding the lead so far.
No one's had anything for Nick Ortiz so far, as he's led all 3 laps so far. But it is still very early in this race.
Yeah, that bottom lane isn't very organized right now at this moment. There's a lot of chaos happening in the back.
Toyotas have been flexing their muscles so far and running 1-2 right now. But don't count out that 72 Chevrolet either. They've been very fast all weekend long, especially when behind another car.
Oh yeah, I keep on seeing that Best Buy Ford rolling up through the pack. He's in second on that bottom lane.
But now he goes too wide as Thomas makes a move for the lead.
He's got the help of the 72. This isn't good for the 92.
And Thomas gets by for the
91.
Lead. Off of corner number 4, our second official lead change of the day, and it's Thomas out front.
He's cleared. He's not clear anymore. Oh!
What
it
a
was
block
close.
by Henry Thomas
close.
in that one car. That was quite the move. Hold on, Mashburn.
Yeah, boy, that was close. It was risky.
Toyotas have 3 of the top 5 positions right now, as they are really showing up to play here in Daytona.
Yeah, and you know, that move from the 1 car, it might have been risky, but you got to know that in order to win this race, you're going to have to be the most aggressive driver. And here comes the 72 with an aggressive move.
As another lead change takes place, we've seen turn 3 be the place for passing it all weekend long.
And he's definitely going to get it. That whole lane is going to roll by on the bottom. Man, they're sliding around.
And we do.
Oh, man, another one of those crazy blocks in the tri-oval. The cars are so light through there, and it's crazy that they have the ability to make these wild blocks without wrecking.
Mashburn leads the lap from Ox and Ortiz, and they're starting to get single file from 1st through 4th.
Yeah, it's really stringing out here. We got a little bit of too wide back in the pack, and here comes that 9 with some help from behind.
Back up high, now back down.
91 doesn't know where to go. Everybody went low. That's the fastest way around because it's the shortest way around.
And when you're on the gas the entire way around, you do not want to give up any distance on the racetrack. As Ox takes the lead, and he will lead his first lap of the day.
Wow, lanes swashing. They're splicing and dicing back there. This is incredible so far.
The drivers who started at the tail of the field, like Mediello and Finguy, have made their way into the top 10 now. But right now it's that number 9 Dodge leading the charge, unless the Toyotas behind him can make a run. And
here comes the
like
30. He's got no help though.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't even look like he can.
He's going to be able to make a dive bomb into this corner. He's going to sniff the draft of the 9 car.
And he can make the move under the 91. He'll get there.
Yeah, that whole line behind him is coming up. He's going to get lucky in this one.
It's formed quite well. They're fanning out in the tri-oval.
Yeah, and that's amazing. What was single file racing for the first 9 or so rows has become double file racing behind the leader now.
Just not enough cars in that outside line to mount a charge right now, as Caggiano clears Ortiz for second.
It's a car we haven't seen much of, that 92 Ford, the Motorcraft Ford, and the first one on the bottom lane right now.
That's Jeffrey Finguy, and he started well outside the top 15 today.
Yeah. He's trying to side draft that 91, going to get a good run in the 3. He's going to be able to sniff the draft of the 30. There's not much action for the lead at the moment.
And that red Netflix Dodge of Cal Farrell, he started outside the top 20 today.
Yeah, he's trying to get some air on that front bumper going into the tri-oval, trying to cool off his car a little bit.
Now it looks like Finguy will make a move under Caggiano for second place. Will he have help? Yes, he will, from that black and white number 3.
Yep, he's going to have that whole line rallying behind him.
But right now, no one's got anything for that green Dodge.
Yeah, both lines are pretty organized right now. There goes
and we're on board now with the second sector.
Yeah, this is a great view. This is Redwood Graverson.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to get past for second place. But this is
new leader.
10 rows deep.
How aggressive is this 3 car going to be with blocking? That's gonna be the key factor.
With that 18 car, he's going to need to be on the offensive because that car has been known to make some wild passes late in the stages of this race. We're a quarter of the way through at Daytona.
Yeah, pardon the pun, but that 18 car is a monster.
And there's Jack Porkins in the 16 car up to 3rd position. With Caden Atkins in the 2 behind him. I haven't heard much from the Dodge camp so far, but they are making their way up.
Yeah, they've been up there, but they really haven't been able to make the moves necessary to get to the lead. Other than that 9. There goes a move from 2nd.
Porkins and Atkins make their move under King for 2nd place, and they've got it. 2nd and 3rd.
Look at that.
16.
They just motor by him. No help on the outside for that 18 car.
That outside lane is not a good place to be. You need to get down as quick as you can. And there's the light blue number 8 of Christian and Carter behind him. First time we've seen them in the top 10 all day.
Yeah, in F4 race, he was having some scuffles in the beginning of the race, but he's mounting a charge back to the front on the bottom.
Tucked right behind the Shark Energy Dodge as he battles for 7th position. And from high above this 2.5
There goes the 2. He had a huge run coming down the backstretch.
Atkins makes the move. Will anyone go with him? Maybe 8 or just 71.
To see the 8 drop down.
On board now, Atkins looking right at the leader.
You can sniff it. He wants to lead this race, and you can tell. And here he comes. He's closing in. I don't want to go to the outside. He's close to lead. This is a great view right here.
And as the field fans out on the back straightaway, and
Yeah,
look at them all 27 cars still in the lead pack, all of a shot at victory.
They're absolutely screaming. There's a move for the lead.
Atkins in the 2.
2 car going to the bottom.
And will he get help from his fellow Dodge? Yes, he will. Kevin Carter makes a move down to push Atkins
Yeah, we
to
got
the lead.
a pair of Chevys on the outside, a pair of Dodges on the bottom. The Dodges have the better line. They're getting pushed by F4 Race as well.
And that Dodge of Atkins will lead the lap unless Carter has anything to say about it. Not this lap. Atkins leads it.
This is some great racing so far.
It
We're going to
looks
see.
like
It might be 3 wide into the corner.
It is 3 wide. Back for
Nope.
7th. King in the
It's
middle.
close, though.
Porkins up high with no help.
Yeah, the 16 is high. That 18 is in the middle. They're 3 wide.
Not much room for error. Mexico in the middle lane.
Look at that. 3 wide, 2 deep, farther back in the pack. I don't know how long that's going to last.
It is Cal Farrell up on the high side this time. But now
They were able
the
to sort it
Dodges
out.
of Atkins and Carter 1-2. Unless we see a move from the 24 here in the trioval, and we do for 2nd place.
Before race, that 2 car is going to have to block that run.
With a push from Finn Guy and Honcho in the 09 on the inside lane.
Ever since that 3 car got back in traffic, he's fallen back just a little bit.
It's that outside lane. Not the preferred lay around, no matter how many cars you have up there. 6 of them lined up now.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10 cars.
Yeah, so far we've seen this cycle where people are on the bottom and then they go for the move and then they end up high.
Like the move
And
Jeffrey Finn Guy just on the 24 for 2nd position, and he's got it. The prime
Yeah,
passing
let's see F4
opportunity on
race
this
again.
racetrack.
He's stuck on that outside again.
And there's
Oh, it was close with that move from
what
the...
a swipe
that-
down
oh,
from Mike
yeah.
Honcho in the 09 car for 2nd place.
The 09 is being really aggressive right now. We're coming up on halfway here.
If there wasn't contact, it was mighty close. As we see for the first time today, that McDonald's Dodge of Richard Herman into the top 5. There he is, right behind King in the 18.
And that 16 car is really close to the wall on the outside. Looks like he's okay as well.
A lot of cars cycling back to the front.
And here comes that 18 again. He's still up there.
Gonna be one they have to reckon with today, if they can get by that red velvet Dodge.
Such a bright rival car. And that's being there too. talking about the Dodges not really up there. Oh, they're back. Here they are.
1, 2, 3, 4. Plus Johnny Drake's Chevrolet on the inside lane.
Yeah, that's incredible. They started working together, and they're really pulling away now.
Alan McKinney on the inside lane, left Herman out to dry.
Yeah, working together not for long.
3 Dodges on the inside lane, singling out the other on the outside. There may be a gap for Herman to squeeze in, and he does. It's still a 1, 2, 3, 4 for Dodge. But we make it a
that's
lead
for the
change
lead
here.
of the tri-oval.
Not seen that often today, but
side draft.
might not work going into 1 with the help from the Dodgers behind him, and it's Gale to the lead now.
Yeah, that 2 car has no help up there, and once he gets to the 18, there's no help behind him. So it's going to be a tough.
Even behind that 3, there's no help behind him.
Yeah. So
you have to go all
really
the way
strung
back.
out.
And now McKinney.
Look, there's another move.
Paul McKinney in the Camping World Dodge goes for the lead with help from Richard Herman and Josh Drake.
So we have to keep in mind that if we go green all the way, there might be fuel issues. So we're anticipating.
Be a factor, barring a yellow flag.
Yeah, we're anticipating some pit stops.
Who has the biggest group of cars come with them? That'll be a factor.
Yeah, and we're going to have to watch when they're coming onto the pit lane. They're going to have to come from about 200 miles an hour all the way down to about 50 in a very short distance, and they're all going to be packed tight together like they are right now. So we're going to have to see if anybody gets crashed through there or gets any damage.
We've seen accidents getting onto the pit lane before, as the pole sitter Lutchen makes a move down for 4th place, as Drake goes for 2nd as we approach the halfway point. That white machine of Josh Drake holding ahead for 2nd place, breaking up the Dodge contingent up front.
Yeah, it's a strong Chevy he's got right there.
With Alexa Lutchens forward behind him in 3rd, as McKinney continues to lead the way as we cross halfway.
Then I see that 30 car lurking, coming back.
Ran up front early, dropped back in the middle stages, and he's making his way back now. Still side by side, all the way through.
So we have to keep in mind some of the things that, like, a lot of these cars, they'll handle a lot better out front in the clean air. As you can see, that 9 car, he's all the way in the back of the pack right now. He had dominated this race a little bit earlier. So.
As was Carter in the 71. He was out of the way, and he's now back into 22nd position.
Oh, yeah.
As Lutchen gets passed on the low side by Honcho now for 2nd position. As McKinney continues to hold both lines behind him.
And we've got a couple different manufacturers hounding this Dodge for the lead.
All 4 manufacturers representing the top 4 positions right now. McKinney's Dodge, Lutchen's Chevrolet, Lutchen's Ford, Tagliano's Toyota. He's back up.
He can drop real low in this turn 3. Oh, 9 is now right. That was a lifted up. Yeah, I think that 09 backed out of that when he realized that the 30 was under when he went for the move.
And Thomas, in just a few short laps, has come from outside the top 20. They're now pushing Cagliano up to 2nd.
And look at that 1 car making its presence known again.
And the first time
he was working on the leader a while ago.
First time we've seen the DHL Chevrolet of Bobo Jones in the top 10. He's moving up to 5th now.
Yeah, that's 1 car that we haven't really seen much of today. We're about to see what he can do, though, for sure.
Incredible super speedway racer. Just biding his time. Waiting for
he's got a strong 2 car pushing him now, so.
That Atkins car has been the class of the field all day. Can he make his way back up to the front as McKinney continues to flex his muscles at the front of the field?
Yeah, we'll see. They're getting a little strung out. There he goes.
Jones to the inside of Cagliano for 3rd, and he will get it going into 3. But the top 2 remain as they have been the last few laps.
Yeah, that was a good call. He's definitely one of the better super speedway racers we have here, and you can tell. I mean, he's making moves like crazy, just like that.
And there he goes.
Keeping that two car behind him.
13.
This is incredible. He's picking them off one by one.
Leading in the wings. First half of the race, and once the second half rolls around, he's
Can he go for the lead here? He's side by side.
And Jones to the lead around McKinney on the inside with Atkins.
Wow.
And the field is still all within a second and a half of each other as they
fan out. That's incredible. That two car, it looks like they're side by side for the lead. The two, he's going to have the better line going into this next corner.
Can Jones block it? No, he cannot. Atkins underneath him for the lead.
Man, these might be the two best cars that we've had all day, and they're both leading their lines.
Caden Atkins back to the lead at Daytona as we complete the 25th lap.
And he slid up in front of that 13. That was a good move.
And he slides down again.
Oh, the 30 couldn't quite block it. Oh, the 30 got out of the gas.
But he'll have a run coming out of the trioval now, going into one. Unless the two can pull up and over block it, he can.
The 13 isn't going anywhere, though.
The one guy we've seen been able to put up a fight on the high line. It's getting a lot more organized now.
Man, that 30 really jumped up in front of him. That might spoil the party for that outside lane.
That's the trick today. High on the back straightaway, down low everywhere else on the track to block the run.
Yeah, it's incredible. Obviously, these cars are a bit tight, as you can see. They're all sliding up out of these corners, and you really can't keep it down there. It's just a hot, slick day.
Mainly underneath Christian for 5th place. On back. But right now, it's the battle for the lead between Cagliano in 2nd place, trying to get by the leader of Caden Atkins. That two car has been
he's really doing a good job out front.
Even when he falls to the tail, it doesn't take him long to get right back up there.
And that 13 is still staying in the mix.
And able to hang in there on the high side. We haven't been able to see that much today.
Yeah, he's got that 44 Dodge behind him. The Dodges have been strong all day.
Cagliano wants to make the move, but he just doesn't have the help he needs.
Yeah, we're closing in on 10 to go here, and that means we're going to see some pit stops relatively soon.
Barring a yellow flag, that is true. And I tell you what, look at that white 75 on the inside lane. Shotgun on the field with no sponsor
what a great story that
whatsoever. Look at the very last minute, and now he's in the top 10 with 11 laps to go.
Tell you what, magic happens here at these super speedways, especially Daytona. Look at that move for the lead change.
Cagliano finally got the run under Atkins, and he takes the lead for the first time today.
Yeah, so we're going to have to see, well, I was going to say that he was going to fall back and be able to work with that 13 car, which has been so strong, but then they had the 52 slide between them.
The question is, who will be the first to peel off the pit lane? They may have the advantage coming out. All depends on who comes with them.
Yeah, we don't know really if tires are going to make much of a difference, but obviously these guys are closing in on that point, so
it may come down to just a splash of fuel as Drake makes a move on the inside.
Yeah, it's going to make it 3 wide coming through 3 here.
And Mashburn is the one on the high lane all by himself.
Yeah, this 75 is going to be caught in the middle, maybe? No, they squeezed it together. That was a great move by the 75. He's going to be able to stay up there a little bit.
Still in the unpreferred lane, but very much in the thick of it in 4th place as we see Finn guy actually get almost into the fence off the trial.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get clear spot to the bottom. He might be on his way to cycle back. We've got 2 strong cars up there, and they're still, you know, you watch that 2 car and the 13 car especially, they're
and there's Drake
they're sliding back
for a pass on Herman for 2nd.
He's being really aggressive. I mean, we only have 10 laps left in this race and maybe a pit stop, so it's, you know, this is crunch time. It's time to go.
Who will be the first to peel off if that were to happen? And no one yet as Cagliano continues to lead the way ahead of Drake and Luchin.
Yeah, and that 16 car has been up here all day, but, you know, he hasn't been able to really be in the lead in the top 3 all that much, but he's been fighting. And then, you know, you got the 24 and the 3 car. They were up there earlier. You know, they're coming back
And the
strong.
28 Ford of Hutchinson. His first appearance in the top 5 all day. As Lutchen, the pole sitter, makes a move to try and lead her first laps of the day.
They're making that move on Drake, who had been so aggressive before. He didn't try to block it.
But there's now 3 Fords lined up all in a row, trying to get by that Camry out front.
Ooh, the 24 is looking high. He's looking high on the 28. He's going to slide into the top lane. Can he get back down?
And he does.
He did.
9 laps to go.
He's going to choose to be up. No, he won't. Never mind.
And Lutchen makes a move. Can't quite make it stick.
Yeah, that was an interesting spot to try to make a move in the middle of the corner.
We haven't seen many passes there,
yeah, let's see what that 30 car can do out there. I mean, he's been holding it pretty well so far, but we got a bunch of hungry people behind it.
32 uninterrupted laps at breakneck speeds, an average of 198 miles an hour.
And I was saying about that 16 car a little bit earlier, he hadn't broken the top 3, but here he is, and he wants some of that lead.
He cuts.
Oh, he's going to slide.
He tries to
wow,
cut
he's close
and he does.
28.
Wow.
Wow, that was a risky move, and it paid off. He's going to keep that second spot. Man, oh man, that could have taken out the field.
Stablemate pushing them, but keep an eye out for the 2 Chevrolets behind them. And he makes
Here comes Hutchinson.
And will he have help from the 24? Yes, he will.
I think the 24 is going to drop low in the corner.
Yes, he will. And
24
now the 28 gets by for second place.
24 really wants to be high. Slides way up the track.
Off the corner.
So what? That was the 16 just pitting.
Porkins down pit road, the first one down, and he's
all by himself. Oh no, I mean, that is the last thing that they wanted.
He was hoping he would get some help, but look at that. That's an empty.
Nobody else came with him.
So he's not gonna all by himself. That would end his chances at a checkered flag today.
Yeah, he's not gonna have any draft, and he's gonna be running qualified laps, well slower than these laps that the pack is setting. So we're gonna have to watch to see if anybody else jumps down pit lane this time.
That opens the window now for the rest of the field to join him.
And that 3 car up there, it's, you know, I mean,
let's have a look. Are there gonna be people coming in? Yes.
Rolling high. Here they come. There's only 3, maybe 4.
Gale, Atkins, and Christian. The 4 cars on the inside lane all peel off together.
Yeah, so they're gonna, if they can come
over to Hutchinson, I believe. Car number 3.
Hutchinson is in second.
Leading Hutchinson.
I would expect most, if not everybody, to come down the pit lane this time. You can see that 24. He's gearing up
because they can only go a few more laps.
Here's that 13 car. 13 has been so strong. We'll see if maybe he can come out ahead of these guys after the pit stops.
Working up high to push the 28, but now...
Let's see, the 24 is coming.
And the 86
is coming. The 88 Drake, there's a bunch of people coming. Here's the 9, the 09, the 18.
They're all coming. This is the biggest group we've seen so far. That's at least 8 cars coming together.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And these guys are going to be the fastest once they get off the pit lane.
King, Finguy, Ortiz, Martin in the 26 pitting there. But that leaves this group of cars all staying out together. Staying out one more lap.
I'd expect them this time. Here comes the 13 making a move for the lead, baby. Even though they're about to pit.
If he can get out front on the racetrack, it'll save him having to do it on pit road. And to the lead.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's gonna if the 3 is trying to come to the pit lane this time, it's gonna be a little bit tougher because he's not right there on the bottom. He's not gonna be able to. He's gonna stay out of. No, he's not. He's coming in.
All the leaders
Everybody's good so far.
Save one. The 72 of Miles Mashburn stayed on the racetrack one more lap. He will be your leader. As you see the field cycle over again.
What an interesting circumstance for him. I mean, maybe he's been saving fuel and he thinks he can go to the end. I'm not quite sure though.
There he is, all by himself, trying to hang in for one more lap before he can pit. Hopefully,
I almost wonder if he didn't have the opportunity to get onto the pit lane because of all those people trying to squeeze into such a small area.
He just chose one more. Maybe he's hoping that he can come out right in front of the pack as they gain on him, and he can stay out in front. We've seen that happen before at Daytona. As we close in on 3 laps to go, he comes into the pit lane.
He is coming to the pit.
So that looks like it will inherit the lead back to Bobo Jones in the 13. There he is, exiting the pits with Hutchinson right behind him.
Wow, this pack is pretty spread out.
Looks like it'll be...
We got Jones and Hutchinson way ahead of everybody else.
Looks like it'll be down to those two to decide the victory here at Daytona.
Yeah, they've only got 2 laps to catch him. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough.
Can Hutchinson even catch up to Jones? They're separated by quite a few car lengths there.
This might play into the hands of the 72, actually, because these guys are all alone. Let's just see where that 72 comes out.
We come to 2 laps to go now.
Here he comes. Did they just pass him?
Looks not
No.
quite.
Oh, they haven't yet.
Looking for that Zaxby's Chevrolet. He's still the leader as of right now. There he is.
There he is. There he is.
On the inside lane.
They're gonna pass it.
And they blow by Matt. Jones back to the lead.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Hutchinson can do here.
And he's caught him.
Look at that.
That second pack is
unsponsored.
quite a big line there. They may be able to catch
75.
him.
Yeah, if these guys are all racing, yeah, they're not organized quite yet.
They've got the car count, but can they catch the 2 leaders coming to the 2 lap to go mark?
Yeah.
Unless these guys can get
they're
sorted
about
out
2
very
seconds
quickly,
back.
it looks like it will be a 2-car battle for the win here at Daytona.
Yeah, and now that these guys have hooked up, they're going to be going a little bit faster. Not quite as fast as that big pack, but faster than just a single car for sure.
The question is, can Hutchinson make a move by himself on the final lap? Or even right now with no drafting help?
Yeah, right now is the time to make that move going into 3.
Not quite enough.
Not this time.
He's going to have one more chance on the final lap. But right now, it is that 13 Chevrolet of Bobo Jones leading the field as they come off a turn 4 to take the white flag. This time, 1 lap to go at Daytona.
Bobo Jones mounted that charge a little bit earlier in that race, and he drove through the pack. He has got a fast race car right now.
Gained on him. It's down to a second now, but I don't think it's going to be enough the way these two are running nose to tail. But can the 28 make one last-ditch effort going into 3?
Yeah, we'll see. They're pretty close. We'll have to see if the 28 makes a move on him here.
That might be enough to let the pack catch up. I think that's what he may be doing. And
Hutchinson's got nothing for him.
Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Car number 13, Bobo Jones. Quite the dominant performance today. And as he comes off the final corner with the pack closing in behind him. And it is Bobo Jones, your winner of the Daytona 500.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, of all the cars, he definitely was the most deserving.
Now,
I mean,
it might be my eyes, but oh my, what is this? Oh my, F4A's
the 24
in the pit lane. Did he even get out of the pits from his green flag stop? I don't think he did. I don't think he ever got out
I'm
of the
not
pit
sure.
lane.
I mean, maybe he had a problem.
Replay right now of his pit stop. He was the first one down, and as you can see, he'll come into his pit, most likely fuel.
Everybody else is pitting behind him. They're starting to exit.
He comes out. Oh no!
Oh, and there was a crash with the 91.
Ortiz pinned him in. Ortiz was coming in, Ace was coming out, and they just got stuck. That is heartbreaking.
What a heartbreaker for those guys. I mean, especially the 91. Yeah, they were.
Ortiz led some laps early. Ace was up front most of the day. Boom.
Look, the 91 was able to keep going, but the 24 definitely had terminal damage in that situation. What a shame that the 91.
Turn of events there at the very end of the race. But it's despite the heartbreak for the 91 team, it's a beautiful celebration for car number 13, Bobo Jones, who won today's race. And now I ask you, is this a sign of things to come for the remaining few races?
Yeah, I mean, he was absolutely the class of the field today. He had such a strong race car. I mean, it's going to be tough all season if they can show up that strong at Daytona. We'll just have to see at the other track.
Auto Club Speedway next here for this 1UP Retro Cup Series.